I have officially reached 150 days surviving in Sons of the Forest, and in that time, here is what I've built. Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So I've built a lot of new stuff since the last Treehouse compound video. I've updated a bunch of stuff here as well as furnishing a good bit of it. And I even added an extension over there. It's a little treehouse village. And since all that stuff is new, let's go ahead and start with that. I did already finish the story mode of the game, and I was hoping that if you chose to stay on the island, they would reward you with some new blueprints like the car or the TV. But got nothing, so here we are. Now over here, there was a little bit more opportunity because over there, I was still getting used to the learning curve. So this is the first treehouse that I built. I did do all these tree platforms, the big ones and the small ones, just to connect everything without having it be like on the ground floor. I did add this section for Kelvin, but he won't even get up here. And this is my new main treehouse. So I went ahead and dressed it up a little bit. I have this nice little patio area with these two chairs. And I did make it a point to light everything here, so I'll also show you what it looks like at night. But you walk in, and it's a pretty casual little treehouse. One thing that I did want to do is I didn't necessarily want to have all the windows be these ones that you just cut out. For being high in the trees, I did want some bigger windows, but really no way to do that. So all I really did was just kind of frame the wall, just left larger sections open. So you get this really nice view, and on top of that, you can just sit down here, look at the nursery up there, and yeah, it's honestly really, really nice. Finally got the armor racks working. Super happy about that. Main bed here, got the shelf up there with all the fun snacks, table and some chairs. And a little tip, if you are wanting to have the chairs closer to the table, put the chairs down first, because if you build the chairs after the fact, they have to be like a certain distance from the table. But the other way around, you can get pretty close. You got a nice view of the lookout tower here as well. And yes, this is a fish trap, but it kind of looks like a dog kennel. So we're gonna say in my time here that I found a pet or something. And then I have this balcony back here. I'm gonna add stuff to it. I'm just going back and forth between ideas that I have. But this entire structure was supposed to be just like a 2x2 house with little balcony type structures all around. But I ended up just kind of extending it out. So it has this nice, more open shape. And on top of that, I was able to really go nuts with the roofing. So I'm really happy with how this one came together, because this is probably like the coziest feeling treehouse that I have. Now coming over here, the next one that I built is this treehouse right here, and it's actually, I believe, 6 stories up. Definitely a really cool build, but more of a simple build. I was more just going for height on this one. But because it is so tall, it is basically just a 2x2, so I gave it like this L-shaped structure, and kind of same thing, wanted bigger windows here, just a little bit more casually. Again, this is a multiplayer server, so whenever my friends come in, they can have a treehouse themselves. Got a bed here, little flowers to look at. And I got this shelf that has all the explosives and everything, just in case you see like a moose or something down there. I don't know if you saw my last video. I think I just saw a cannibal over there, so we're good. Wait. Oh. They can do that? But we no longer like moose. And of course, I took the opportunity being this high up to add another slide. Now this slide is more just an easier way to get down as opposed to like one for like the enjoyment of having a slide. But as you can see, works pretty well, and you stop pretty smoothly. Thankfully, you take no damage from this one. Now coming over here, I basically wanted to extend everything through just the tree platforms, make it feel like you're just kind of maneuvering through the trees, which I think came out pretty well. This one is just kind of like an extended structure. But this is actually the nursery, because gardening and planting is a pretty big aspect of this game. So I wanted to have one specific treehouse where I could dedicate a little bit more of that. Got this nice little patio area, aloe vera and some berries here. You walk in, you got all the blueberries on the sides. You have energy mixes, health mixes, and then some extra flowers, berries, mushrooms, whatever you want to call them. The ones that make it look a little bit more furnished and aren't as small. You come over here, there's a bunch of seeds and whatnot. Really small, so not necessarily the best visual piece, but it makes sense to have them here. You come up here to the second level. Pretty fitting to have the leaf armor here. Then I got a nice little collection of window planters here. Just wanted a little bit of variety with the plants and everything. I did make it a point to add the new lights and solar panels. I wanted to test it out, and it actually looks really cool, and it very much fits the vibe in here. Then I made a little desk here, and I put a little shelf on top, kind of make this like a PC desk. But there's really nothing in the game that lines up with much of that other than like the circuit boards. Now slipping back out over here, I do have this other treehouse that I built. Now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet. It was more just like a little concept that I had. It is a pretty simple structure. I am more happy that I was able to get like a good size for this one. But as of right now, it's not complete. Again, this is just where I am at this current milestone. And then this is basically just parking for the one wheel, or if I'm getting specific resources from Kelvin. He's not very keen on walking up here, but he'll use this pretty easily. This is the treehouse that I made a video on that I was more just surprised to let me build on a stick tree, because this tree is like super, super thin, but it actually let me build an entire treehouse here. But this one's still a very simple prefab, so I have not done anything with this one really. And then over here, I built this lookout tower. Now, The only reason I actually built this was because the main area of the treehouse compound and this extension felt very disconnected. So I wanted to build something that was relatively tall. They could see from both areas and would essentially just tie everything together. Here you have all the different arrows in case you want to use this a little bit more practically and actually use this as a defensive tower. And the same thing over here with ammunition. The cool thing is you only need like 3 rounds to get a nice little stack, because if I take these away, it's just... See, 3 buckshot and... was a nice little bit there. I cleared the general area leading to this on both sides, and it really does help tie everything together, because I do want to build in the lake area that's just past this, where you can actually get the night 5. Now coming over here, this is the new supply shelter. It used to be the double tree house, but there's a lot more space in here, so it just kind of made more sense. We got the drying racks with the fish and meats, and then over here got some sticks and rocks, and then some random little supplies. I was basically just going for something that could give it a pop of color. Then up here, I do have this lineup of armor racks. For whatever reason, the hide armor is one that I never really build, but I'll make it a point to finish this up. Got some more bones and then a bed in case I need to save anything that I'm building in here. Got these 2 chairs for me and Kelvin. And then here is the other new slide to the compound. As you can see, I did add torches to all these slides. Oh boy, one sec.
Several bad puns later.
Okay, we're good. I did get a lot of questions about how I defend this place. Since there's so much space here, you're usually able to maneuver your way around them, and there's usually a handful that want to destroy the structures. If you take those out first, the rest of them are more just interested in you. It's actually pretty straightforward. But yeah, this slide works really well. That was a weird angle. I don't know if I needed to see that. Alright then. That was actually my first time using the guitar as a weapon, and it was actually kind of fun. And this was just a little dock, but I decided to add the roof to it and some lights, just give it a nice little glow. Again, I'll show you guys what this place looks like at night. This used to just be a little beam with a zip line, but I kind of wanted to give it some uniformity with that structure. However, this structure remains about the same, just got all this stuff on the shelves. And I did make it a point to add the targets right here. So yeah, this is target practice, and occasionally you will get live targets. So yeah, it actually works out pretty well sometimes. I'm still on the fence if I actually want to change this one, but we'll see what we do, because there's actually a lot of cool opportunity in this area. Take the zipline back. With all the planters, definitely needing a lot of sticks, so this is a nice little stick storage right here. I did add the plants behind it, so it wasn't so just like empty. And one level down, same thing, but just with rocks. I'm gonna be honest, I don't use this treehouse as much as I did initially. I never even filled out these shelves. This is where everything started, so might as well keep it somewhat similar. Here's the one wheel. As you can see here, got all the torches going down, and it really makes everything look a lot cooler. I wonder if I can ride the zip line with this. I did add the zip line to these tree houses. I think it's still on it. Interesting. I did furnish these 2 tree houses and give them a little bit more purpose. So this one was actually technically the first build of the game. I didn't use the best tree for it, as you can see, just like the leaves clipping through everywhere. But I decided to lean into that and give it like a little flower wall, so it looks a little bit more fitting. Then of course a chair right here. This is another guest treehouse right here, because occasionally you do have just like random friends pop up every once in a while. So this is more just like, if you just need the bare essentials, you got, you know, food, some meds, some ammo, you got a bed, chair, some flowers. And yeah, basically if you ever come visit the server and you need anything specifically for yourself, this is your spot. I do have one update for this area, and that is just that I did manage to slide down the slide and not die. So while it is still a death slide, there is that little glimmer of hope that you might be able to actually survive it. But if anything, we'll do it maybe a little bit later. And we'll leave that there for now. Alright, so the floating house. I did change it up, but granted, I didn't finish. I did do the furnishings and the little blueprints that were laid down initially. Not gonna lie, I forgot that I was doing that because I got very sidetracked, mainly with the new supply shelter up there. Alright, so it is getting dark here, and I do really want to show you guys something that I found out you can do. You can actually build wall torches in the water to give the water a nice little glow. As you can see, all the little lily pads with the flowers on them and everything, they actually catch the light really well. Kind of illuminates the water in a really nice way. It's actually a lot easier than you might think. Basically, all I have to do is just get the wall torch itself, and as you can see, you're able to kind of press it wherever. I'm even swimming, and it gives you the option to still place it. So if I just wanted to place it like there, I could. As long as it's in the inventory, you can build it. But it's super, super easy, and it looks super cool. Okay. But it is really cool. Granted, the wall torches don't give off the most light, so it's gonna be more of like an edge perimeter type thing. But it gives everything a really, really nice glow, and that's definitely something I wanted to put some emphasis on. Of course, we got the bridge that I'm still very happy with. I'm debating if I want to give this thing like a little roof, kind of make it like the dock over there. As of right now, still probably one of my favorite design things that I've built. These are all the skull lamps right here. It is pretty easy for like when it gets dark to just sleep and go to the next day. But I kind of wanted to be able to enjoy a little bit more of the night in this game. And then coming back, you can see the slides look really, really cool all lit up. And I wish it was just a little bit closer in terms of like render distance, but it looks really, really cool when you're actually close enough to see it. So we're going to slide down here at night. It's pretty easy to account for. For all the mechanics that they put into building, they definitely put a lot of mechanics into the lights and just the lighting systems, and it looks really, really nice. Now let's head to the Treehouse Village so I can show you guys what that looks like at night. It's like... Uh-oh, Loki's barking. Did go for the wall torches for this one just because I wanted to kind of put them on the edges, and it kind of lined up pretty well. Wall torches are a little bit more of a yellow light, and the skull lamps are a little bit more of an orange light. And, I mean, the flooring just looks really, really cool whenever you do this. Nice little glow from everything. And it's a very uniform one just because these are all skull lamps. I don't think I have any wall torches here. But here at my new main treehouse, simple. Has a little coziness to it. This has scared me a few times just because I thought it was a cannibal in my treehouse. I'm still getting used to it. Now the nursery at night is really nice as well. It does have so much foliage, it's kind of blocking everything. But up here, it's that clean white light. And while I do really like these, I do think I still prefer the skull lamps. And the very tall treehouse. Honestly, this one's pretty low visibility just because it's, again, pretty small. But yeah, I definitely make it a point to really go in depth with the lighting in this game. And it does seem like they want to expand on it a little bit more. Because I honestly didn't think there was really going to be any possibility of solar panels. Granted, it's really cool. But I honestly just did not see that coming. And to close out this video, let's take the death slide for a spin. Maybe we'll actually survive this one. Who knows? Well, we're alive. Well, guys, I think the slide now works. Now I want to build one even taller that will only be a death slide. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next one.